Hello, Sean here. Just wanting to read a couple books to the kids. My first book I'm going to be reading is Spider Sense Spider-Man. Spider-Man versus the Scorpion. Peter Parker. Peter is a very good student. Liz Allen. He likes to study with his friend Liz. The Scorpion. Scorpion is a Spider-Man's old foe. But this time Scorpion has new tricks. Spider-Man. Liz doesn't know Peter's secret. Peter Parker is also Spider-Man. Life is good, said Peter Parker. School's out for the day. I sold some pictures to the bungle and I'm on my way to meet Liz Allen at the library. I've got 1 hour, Peter said, as he ran down the steps to the subway. That's plenty of time to get to the library. Oh no, Peter grumbled. The trains were delayed. I'll never get there in time, he said. Then Peter remembered something. Peter Parker might not get there in time, but Spider-Man will, he said. He put his superhero costume. Spider-Man shot a web and swung away. Now nothing can stop me, he said. Then Peter saw a strange person crashing his way out of the bank. Nothing can stop me except a bad guy with a tail. Hey, Scorpion, Spidey called. Back for a rematch? Scorpion swung around. It's my lucky day, he cried. First I stole all the money, and now I get to squash Spider-Man. Give back the money, Scorpy, said Spider-Man, and then I'll be on my way to merry way to the library. Library, said Scorpion. Did I say library? Said Spidey. I meant secret hideout. Scorpion laughed. If you want the money, you'll have to take it from me, he said. Spider-Man shot a web at Scorpion. Don't worry, Scorpion. This won't sting, said Spidey. But Scorpion was too strong for Spider-Man's webs. He broke free and ran after Spidey. Don't you know that scorpions eat spiders for lunch? Said the villain. I've made some changes since our last battle, Scorpion said. Scorpion lashed out a strong tail and knocked Spidey to the ground. That new tail makes him stronger than I am, Spidey said to himself. This time, instead of beating Scorpion with Spidey strength, I'll have to beat him with spider smarts. Scorpion lashed his tail up and down. Spider-Man jumped over it. Aren't we a little old for games like jump rope, said Spidey. Game over, said Scorpion. Scorpion raised his tail high. He crashed it down on Spider-Man. I knew I could squish you like a bug, said Scorpion. He turned to leave. Spidey lay flat on the ground. Spidey leaped up suddenly. He grabbed Scorpion's tail. This spider was playing possum, said Spider-Man. Hang on, Scorpy, said Spider-Man. You might feel a little pinch. Spider-Man yanked the tail from Scorpion's body. My power is gone, yelled Scorpion. Spider-Man wrapped the tail around Scorpion. Looks like we've reached the tail end of this battle, he said. So long, Scorpion, said Spider-Man as he dropped off the villain with the police. Time to catch the express line, said Spider-Man. He jumped on top of the passing train and rode it to the library. Quickly, said Spider-Man. Changed. He hid his costume and ran to the library steps. I'm right on time, he said. Peter found Liz Allen. I made it, Liz, said Peter. You might say it took superpowers to get here on time, he added. But Peter, you're so late, said Liz. Our study date was yesterday. Peter hung his head. Just my luck, Peter said to himself quietly. Spider-Man saves the day, but Peter Parker messes it up. Do you have time to study now? Asked Liz. Peter smiled. All the time in the world, he said. The end.